Well, in fact, news just coming in after Jairam Ramesh had tweeted from the Congress party's side. We are now given to understand that the Union Home Minister Amit Shah has hit back. He has tweeted and said that why does the Congress party hate Indian traditions and culture so much? A sacred Sengol was given to Pandit Nehru by a holy Saivite mutt from Tamil Nadu to symbolize India's freedom, but it was banished to a museum as a walking stick. Now the Congress has heaped another shameful insult. The Tiruvaduthurai Adhinam, a holy Saivite mutt, itself spoke about the importance of the Sengol at the time of India's freedom. The Congress has called this history bogus. The Congress needs to reflect on their behavior. Let's go, in fact, across live to Suesha, who's reporting from outside the new Parliament House building. Suesha, Amit Shah, the Home Minister, of course, essentially tweeting back. And this is largely in response to the tweet that came in from Jairam Ramesh, who seemed to suggest that the entire narrative that the BJP has, and the government rather, has spoken about the Sengol is bogus. But, the facts of the matter are entirely different, aren't they? Suesha?
In fact, Nupur, I just want to take you through some of the details of the Sengol. And, this is very important to state amid all, the statements and the narrative that is being pushed. So let me tell you a little about it. Rajaji is said to have approached the Tiruvaduthurai Adhinam, a Saivite mutt, which has also been mentioned by Union Home Minister Amit Shah in his tweet. This was over 500 years old. It's the 5-feet Sengol with a Nandi bull atop that was commissioned by the Adhinam. Now, a gold-plated silver Sengol that was presented by Adhinam in present-day Mailadurai district to India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru as a symbol of the transfer of power from the British that would be installed at a prominent position in the new Parliament building that had been announced by Union Home Minister Amit Shah. And also to get you through the current details of it, when 8 people belonging to the Adhinam, including the current seer, that is the 24th Guru Maha Srila Siri Desika Paramacharya Swamingal, who will be leaving for Delhi to participate in the inaugural event. There was only one person who was present when Rajaji had approached the Adhinam in 1947, who is still alive. He is 97 years old. And, this has been said by a person from the Adhinam who has not named himself, but the Cholas, Cheras, Pandyas were followers of the Adhinam. There is a whole history where he said that the current seer may be asked to hand over the Sengol to Modi with rituals similar to how it was done with Nehru, but the program is yet to be finalized. So you really understand, Nupur, that, in the bid to play politics, there is only so much that one should stoop to a certain level. And that is something that is being called out by Union Home Minister Amit Shah at this point, where he states in his tweet that Congress has heaped a shameful insult on the Adhinam, a holy Saivite mutt. Itself spoke about the importance of the Sengol at the time of India's freedom. Congress is calling it bogus, and Congress needs to reflect on its behavior. Why does the Congress party hate Indian traditions and culture so much? The sacred scepter that was given to Pandit Nehru by a holy Saivite mutt from Tamil Nadu to symbolize India's freedom, but it was banished to a museum as a walking stick. So this is the BJP and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, to be particular, because when he had addressed that news briefing, and he had also spoken on the significance of the scepter. At that moment also, he was very, very clear that, there should be no politics played on it, and there should, the whole political angle should be kept aside. And that is exactly what has transpired in that day thereafter, from that day thereafter, that we've seen how the Congress has gone on to say, make statements saying that it isn't enough in the history to prove what the BJP is saying, and there is really an agenda to it. And now the whole scepter politics that is happening, this of course amid the document that we also put out for our viewers, and makes a big question for the DMK, who has also decided to skip the inauguration ceremony. But when it comes to the Adhinam and the Saivite mutt, which is almost 500 years old, and let's understand that 8 of their people belonging to the Adhinam. Some of them will also be present for the inauguration ceremony. So when they themselves are speaking for the importance and how the scepter was really passed on and it symbolizes transfer of power, now all these statements of calling it a symbol of monarchy and also calling it bogus is something that is looked at in very bad light. Again, the point that is being reiterated that it is the inauguration of the new parliament, the parliament where every parliamentarian chosen by the people of the country must be present here for its inauguration, because this is a very, very historic moment. But you see the level of politics that is now being played and its discourse, and how every point now is just being taken out, even when it comes to the historic significance of something like the scepter that is being twisted here.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And even as this happens, of course, Suesha, this matter now has reached the Supreme Court. Also, the inauguration is going to, there's a petition that's been filed in the top court seeking a direction to the Lok Sabha Secretariat that the inauguration now be done by the President Draupadi Murmu. Now, Suesha is also tracking that, and I'm going to go back across to her in just a bit. But quickly, let's listen into some reactions that we are getting to this, even as the Home Minister has tweeted on this, essentially targeting the opposition, saying that this is that the opposition and the Congress party in specific calling it bogus is absolutely not right, and they must reflect on this.